getting ready for my next block, fiddling around with fabrics, which is always fun. I'll put these together and I'll see what can happen with them. I've been working on a few things. I made this one. It's pretty big. I don't usually like big blocks, and it's a bit weird, but I think I could work on it and do something else with it. So we'll see how we go. And this one I like. I've called it Kangaroo Paw because they look like kangaroo paws. They have little paws for such big creatures. I was just thinking the other day, I've never seen a kangaroo in the wild ever in all my years here. Not once. I saw a koala once over in the local park. He was only a loner. He was a well-known koala. But as far as kangaroos go, no, never seen one. Well, anyway, I'm going to get on with a few other things now. I can make a tutorial of this if anyone's interested. It's just starts with a square in a square and then split square rectangles. I think that's what they're called. I have trouble sometimes with the names of these things because I sew them but don't say them. So, and all the rest is flying geese except for the corners. And those two because I ran out of the green fabric. I included it in this one. It was all flying geese on this one, all the way around. It's very, very simple to do. So I probably should get on with that. Now about rulers. I've been using these ones for years. And they're okay, but it's the lines, these thick lines and writing on them which are annoying. And these have got strange little slits which are probably for something, but I don't know what. And I decided I probably need a simpler one. And so I bought this one from Temu, and I thought that's perfect. That's just what I want. Just a nice, simple ruler with thin lines, no writing and no nonsense at all. Perfect, except it's metric, which is okay because I use metric on everything else. I only use imperial measurements on quilts. I already had one, which I thought was a real treasure because it was metric. And now I've got another one. This one's even better, actually. So I missed out on a good quilting one, but if I can find this in imperial, it'll be perfect for quilting because it's just so simple. No scribbling on it, no lines, no silly things, and all of these are thin lines, which is so much better. I've been buying fabric from Temu, and it's pretty good stuff. I can't find, it's a little bit thin maybe, but it's fun just for practicing and very cheap. Always a thought. Not all of these are Temu, that's not. But it's quite nice stuff. Means I can hack away because it's so cheap and not feel bad about it. Well, it's now winter here and it's getting cold. July is the beginning of winter, but it's not too bad so far, just a lot of rain. I've been thinking about this new scant 1/4 of an inch business. I mean, I've been sewing for just over 10 years, or around about 10 years, and it's always just been 1/4 of an inch, which is fine, no problem at all. And suddenly now it's a scant 1/4 of an inch. I looked at one site and they said that's because of the turn of fabric. When you press it to one side, you lose 1/32 of an inch or something, I don't know. But sometimes I fold the fabric one way, the seam one way, and sometimes I open it up. So what happens then? You've got a mixture of the two. So I'm sticking to 1/4 inch. And I'm not bothering with the scant 1/4 inch. I think it's all a little bit, I don't know, too fussy for me. And it's a new thing. Years ago when I started quilting, there was no scant 1/4 inch. It was just 1/4 inch. And I've made all these with 1/4 inch and plus about 10 more that are totally finished. And all the points are fine. There's no problem with it whatsoever. I mean, they say your quilt ends up a little bit narrower or shorter or something, but it's hardly worthwhile mentioning. So I don't know, I'm sticking to the 1/4 inch. That's just me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to my rant.